Hey everyone, this is Karen Waxman, founder of Retail MBA. Today we're going to be talking about common mistakes people make when trying to sell to big box retailers. If you have a great product and you want to sell to stores and you're just trying not to make mistakes, this little training will give you some things to think about and how to get started today. With that said, let's get started on today's training. People always ask me, Karen, how do I get a product into a chain store? And then what I usually say initially before we delve into that is, let's talk about what not to do, because that's really a better question. So here's what happens with chain stores and what most people do to get their products in the store. The way it works is most product companies have this great new interesting product and they say, I want to sell it to, I don't know, Bed Bath & Beyond, right? So what they'll do is everybody else will call the front desk at Bed Bath & Beyond and say, hey, I have this great new product, I want to sell it to your store. So it makes sense, right? You want to just see what their protocol is and stuff like that. So what they'll actually do, though, if you call them, they're going to redirect you to a vendor department. And a vendor department's really a department that handles all the vendor requests and stuff like that. They'll either redirect you to a place on their website, or there's a phone number or something like that. And then at that point, what they'll have you do is fill out some forms about your company, and they're going to ask you very specific questions about your company. And some chain stores really get elaborate. They're going to ask you a lot of stuff. Here's the problem with you going and following protocol and submitting your information to the vendor departments. The challenge there is that everybody else is doing the same thing. So they're getting inundated with thousands of submissions, and it's like, how do you differentiate yourself from everybody else? Plus, you want to get an answer really quickly as to whether or not there's even a possibility that this chain store is interested in working with you. So what you'd rather do is get answers quickly and then fill out these forms, right? That's something more logical, but most people don't even know that there's options out there and that you don't have to follow protocol and then go, and you can actually get your products in stores a lot faster. Because to be honest with you, it can take anywhere from 3 months, 6 months, even a year sometimes through a vendor department to get a response and stuff like that. They've gotten quicker over the last few years and stuff because they're in such dire needs of getting new products in the stores, but a lot of times it's really stressful for the product company because, again, they have to submit this information at every different chain store. It gets really old and exhausting, and then there's a waiting game. It's really frustrating. My recommendation is to not follow protocol, and my recommendation is actually to follow my program, but most importantly, I recommend that you contact the buyer directly. So I actually have other videos on how to get the buyer's name and contact information, and obviously there's ways to pitch the buyer and to make them more inclined to buy and everything, but please note that there are other ways to go than just doing what everybody else does, which is contacting a vendor department. If you'd like to learn more, you can check out retailmba.com, or you can check out the additional videos that I'm creating about this subject. And anyways, I truly wish you the best, and I hope that provided value. Thank you.